On Tisha B'Av morning, we read as the Haftarah one of Yirmiyahu's mournful prophecies, foreseeing the destruction of Yerushalayim by the Babylonian Empire. In this nevuah, he wails, "Mi yiten roshi mayim, if only my head were water, ve'eni makor dim'ah, and my eyes a source of tears, ve'evkei yomam v'layla, I would then cry day and night for the fallen of my nation." Of course, the simple meaning of this pasuk is that Yirmiyahu's grief was so overwhelming at the thought of the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash that he wished he could weep without stop, day and night, to give full expression to his inconsolable pain and anguish. He depicts this feeling as a wish that his Roshi Mayim, his head, were water and his eyes a fountain that would continually give forth water so that he could shed tears uninterrupted to mourn the catastrophe that was about to happen. However, Rav Yehuda Leib Chasman, the Menala of the Chevron Yeshiva, in his eulogy for its Rosh Yeshiva, Rav Moshe Mordechai Epstein, explained this pasuk differently. He said that there are tears that flow from raw emotion and tears that flow from the intellect, from a keen understanding of the magnitude of the tragedy that has transpired. When one cries from the head, it means that they fully recognize and appreciate what's been lost. And then the tears never stop. Whereas raw emotion, tears from the heart, eventually subside because one understands the enormity of the loss, and yet the emotion wanes. And thus Yirmiyahu was wishing that his head would be filled with water, that his mind would fully grasp the magnitude of the calamity, of the destruction of the Mikdash, and his eyes would be a source of tears. They'd be able to clearly perceive the extent of what was happening to Bnei Israel. That's the nature of the Churban Beit HaMikdash, of the destruction we will remember on Tisha B'Av. It is so difficult to be able to build ourselves up to have that intellectual understanding of everything that we lost. For us, Avelut is typically that visceral, emotional experience. And yet Chazal worked so very hard to help us understand, to fill our minds and our heads with the warning, with the mourning, with the regret, and with the yearning. That's what the 3 weeks have been about. That's what the 9 days have been about. And today, as we begin the Shavua Shel Chalbo, the week in which Tisha B'Av will occur, we need to do our best to try to understand, to try to imagine what Jewish life would be if only we had the Beit HaMikdash, and what Jewish life has become because it was destroyed.